I want to talk about an app that you will find preloaded in Windows called Office. This was added in a smaller update shortly before the big May 2019 update. In previous versions, there was an app called My Office, but that was a very different thing. You will see this app even if you have not paid for the Microsoft Office applications. This lets you use a limited web-based version of the Office applications. Yes, it is free, but the free version does have some limitations. So let's click on this to launch it. And this gives me a shortcut to the web-based versions of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Office apps. But there's a lot going on here, so let's be clear. First, I was already signed into my Microsoft account. Windows had that sign-in information already saved. If not, I would have been prompted to sign in. Now that I am signed in, I see these shortcuts to the web apps. So let's try one. I'm going to click on Word. From here, you could create a new document, which will be saved on your OneDrive, or you can open a document that's already on your OneDrive. And there's a list here of recent documents from my OneDrive. So I could click on one of these to open it. So here I am using a limited version of Word without installing the actual Word application on my computer. It opened this up in my web browser, so this is a new window. To learn more about these web-based apps, there are courses on LinkedIn Learning, like Learning Word Online, Learning Excel Online, and so on. For now, I just want to close this, so I'll close the browser window, and here on this screen, I'm going to click the back button up in the top left to get back to this main screen. Now, I do see a button here to install the full Office applications on my computer, but that is only there if your Microsoft account is a full Office 365 account, which is something that you have to pay for. Okay, so that's one scenario based on the account that I have and how my computer is set up. Let's switch to a different computer to see how this might work for other people. So this is a different computer. This one is signed in with a simple username and password that does not link to a Microsoft Online account. And since it is a fresh setup, if I go to the Start menu, we see all of the default tiles are here, including a tile for that Office app. And I also see a group that contains buttons for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and a few other Office apps. If you see these, it does not mean that your computer came with the Office apps already included. These are just shortcuts to those web apps. Since I'm not already signed into a Microsoft account, if I click on one of these or on the Office app itself, it will prompt me to sign in. Now, you will need some Microsoft account to use these web apps. It can be an Office 365 account that you pay for, or it can be a free account that you set up. Some features will not work with a free account, but the basic features are going to be there. So you could click here to create a new account if you don't have one, or if you do already have a Microsoft account, you can click Sign In and sign in with that account. So I'll just put in the email address and password here for that account. When you sign in, you may see a prompt like this, asking if you want to use this account everywhere on your computer. Please be careful. If you allow this, it will change your Windows login, so you will need to sign in with that Microsoft Online account every time you sign into Windows. A little confusing, so feel free to click this button that says Microsoft Apps Only. That way, it will not change how you sign into Windows. Next, you will see some intro screens. You may even see something prompting you to pay for a premium account. You don't need to do that. You can skip those. I'm just going to click the X here to get out of that. From here, I can use the Word Online app or any of the other Office Online apps for free. I could click on Word, and then I could create a new document or open something from my OneDrive. Just be aware, not all features are available if you're using a free account. So with a few small limitations in mind, this can be a great way to work with the Office applications like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint without installing them on your computer and, depending on which features you need, without having to pay for anything.